There's something strangely satisfying about watching things break. Glass shattering in impossibly slow motion, objects crushed by an unstoppable force. It's a primal fascination that has become a global phenomenon. On platforms from YouTube to TikTok, hundreds of millions of people are captivated by a modern ritual of deconstruction. So what is the secret to its appeal? Is it a form of digital stress relief, a way to vicariously release our own tension? Is it simple curiosity about the limits of the physical world? Or does it tap into something deeper, a fascination with the inevitable march of entropy? The answer lies in its predictability. Our brains are wired to enjoy patterns. The steady descent of a press, the sudden snap, then silence. It's a complete, self-contained loop. We anticipate the outcome, and when it happens exactly as we expect, our brains reward us with a small but potent hit of dopamine. It's chaos in a sandbox, an exploration without consequence. Today, we explore the hidden psychology behind this global phenomenon. We'll peel back the layers of this digital obsession to uncover the science of why it feels so good to watch the world break. The human brain is a prediction machine, constantly trying to connect an action to its consequence. This drive to understand cause and effect helps us navigate a complex world, turning chaos into predictable events. From our earliest moments, we are fascinated by this. An infant dropping a toy is a tiny scientist learning, if I do this, then that happens. Each drop reinforces a predictable pattern, creating a bedrock of safety. When we witness something break, the brain receives a clear, undeniable conclusion. There is no ambiguity. This process has a distinct beginning, a middle, and a definitive end. A narrative arc our minds find incredibly pleasing. Our brain dislikes incomplete processes. Unfinished tasks create a mental tension. Destruction, in a controlled context, offers immediate and absolute closure. The story is complete. This is where industrial machinery enters the picture. In the controlled descent of a hydraulic press, we witness a dialogue between force and material. It's a pure test of physical properties. The machine is the question, the object's failure is the answer. What looks like chaos is actually predictable behavior. We are watching the inevitable transition from an ordered state to a disordered one. This is a pattern our brains love. Repetition, rhythm, and release calm the nervous system. The steady hum of the machinery and the final sharp crunch become a kind of industrial lullaby. A steady descent, a sudden snap, then silence. A complete sensory loop. The anticipation builds, the event happens as we expect, and the tension is released. Destruction here is a safe experiment, an exploration of physical limits from a secure distance. It allows us to confront entropy without personal risk. In this controlled environment, the journey from order to chaos isn't frightening. It's a beautiful, inevitable, and deeply satisfying truth. Watching things break doesn't just feel interesting. For many of us, it feels good. This isn't simple curiosity, it's a deep-seated neurological response. We're drawn to the sudden transformation of an object from order to chaos, a visual spectacle that strips it down to its fundamental properties. But what captivates us so completely? The answer lies not in the destruction itself, but in our own brains, which are hardwired to find satisfaction in these moments of profound change. That's because destruction, especially when it's predictable, can activate the brain's reward system. This network of neural pathways is responsible for feelings of pleasure and motivation. When we witness an object finally giving way to pressure, our brain processes this as the successful completion of an anticipated event. It's a form of problem solving, where the problem is tension and the solution is the break. A light release of dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, accompanies this moment of completion. This chemical messenger generates a fleeting but potent sense of satisfaction, reinforcing the behavior. Our brain essentially gives us a small reward for correctly predicting the outcome. It's similar to the satisfaction of popping bubble wrap, where each snap provides a tiny, gratifying conclusion, a miniature cycle of tension and release. The brain interprets it as a successful resolution, a neat end to a built-up tension. It's not violence we're enjoying, it's the profound sense of completion. This feeling taps into our innate desire for order and predictability. even when the event itself appears chaotic. But there's another more analytical layer to this fascination. Precision meets pressure, and in that meeting, form reveals its absolute limits. We become scientific observers, watching a controlled experiment unfold. Materials tell stories when force finds the weakest line. We see the object's internal structure laid bare, a hidden architecture revealed only at its breaking point. It's a lesson in material science delivered in a single, dramatic moment. What looks like chaos is actually predictable behavior, governed by the immutable laws of physics. The path of a crack, the spray of fragments, it all follows a script written by stress and material composition. This predictability is also deeply satisfying to our pattern-seeking minds. Repetition, rhythm, and release calm the nervous system. The steady, almost meditative pace of a hydraulic press creates a predictable cadence that can be incredibly soothing. A steady descent, a climactic snap, then a moment of quiet stillness. A complete, self-contained loop. Our brains are powerful pattern recognition machines, and this simple, observable sequence of cause and effect is incredibly soothing. We watch, we predict, we get closure. Each cycle reinforces our ability to anticipate an outcome, fulfilling a fundamental cognitive desire for order and resolution. This is the brain confirming its own model of the world, a process that generates a feeling of control and understanding. In the end, destruction in this context is a safe experiment. It allows us to explore powerful forces and consequences from a secure distance without any real-world risk. We can witness the transformation from order to entropy without fear, observing it as a natural process. It's a controlled demolition that teaches us about the limits of the physical world, the patterns hidden within chaos, and the simple neurological reason why completion feels so good. Modern life creates constant pressure, deadlines, notifications, expectations. Watching destruction offers a moment of mental release, predictable motion, rhythmic, repetitive sounds, controlled visual stimulus. For a few seconds, the mind stops racing and simply watches. There is something deeply human about watching order collapse, a perfect object becoming fragments, whole versus broken. Strong contrast helps the brain grasp impermanence, a safe simulation of chaos. It reminds us that nothing is permanent, and strangely, that can feel comforting. In real life, loss is painful and unpredictable. But watching objects break offers a controlled version of destruction. Nothing living is harmed. No real consequences. The viewer keeps emotional control. It's destruction without guilt. Chaos without danger. Distance, control, and clarity turn loss into learning. Our attraction to breaking things doesn't mean we are destructive by nature. It means we crave understanding, resolution, and release. The brain seeks patterns. It seeks closure. It seeks relief. In a chaotic world, watching something break makes sense. The human mind is full of quiet contradictions. What seems strange often reveals something deeply logical beneath the surface. If you enjoy exploring the psychology behind everyday behaviors, subscribe to Neptune Vault and keep discovering how the human mind truly works.